For me, I think there was a quote at the end of the book, which I think summed it up for me, which is a wise man will be a master of his mind, a fool will be its slave. And so it's all about, yeah, that mastery of your own mind, isn't it? It's about you have control, and it's about internalizing, not externalizing everything. And I think that's quite a key message for when I've been working with startups in the past is don't blame everyone else. It's in your power. You have power, and it's how you view events around you and what are you going to do about it. You know, you can't change government policy, but you can make a decision on how you react about something.
I think that's absolutely true for startups, because I think sometimes there's a misconception that when you start a business that it will immediately be successful. And I think sometimes social media convinces you that, you know, you start one day and then the next day you're making £100,000. And that's not the reality of it. The reality is that there are lots of stages that you have to go through, and there are lots of failures that you are more likely than not to have to go through. And I think what separates those businesses which are successful from those that aren't is that people sometimes will just give up at the first round of failures, either because they don't believe in themselves in the first place, and the failure for them is just confirmation to confirm a fear that they already had, or maybe because they've spoken to somebody else and things haven't worked out for them. And for me, I think as a startup, and I've experienced this myself, I have had lots of failures, I have made lots of mistakes, but I have learned from those mistakes, and I've used those failures and those mistakes to help me to grow, to help me to identify the areas that I need to kind of brush up on, and also help my clients as well, because I think it's not about failing. I think failing is inevitable. It's about what you do with that failure. And I think for me, that's that important aspect.